Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Cinco Symposium. All right, so we got hospitals now wanting to talk to kids alone and talk to them about their gender and what they are, and they want to do it away from the parents and without the parents' knowledge. Here we have the libs of TikTok. They posted this is a training from MUSC Health, which you go to their Twitter profile. It's a hospital ranked by the U.S. News and World Report best hospital in South Carolina. All right, so this is a training video that they put out for doctors to do. Let's get into it. Before we do, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this, and let's get at it.
I wanted to ask you a question. I'm asking all of my teenage patients this. Had your mother step out of the room because what we discuss here is confidential and private?
Okay, so teenager. So I'm assuming past like 12, 13. So 13 and up. You take your 13-year-old son, daughter to the hospital. They're going to ask you to leave the room so they can talk to the kid about their gender without your knowledge.
But as your parent, she is able to look at your medical record for whatever we put on there. Okay? So what we discuss here, we can just talk about it. And there are certain parts that if you want me to just make note for myself, then I will make that note. But otherwise, it will be in your record. And if it's asked for.
Okay, so anything that they have to do, like officially, he's got to put in the medical record, which the parents can have access to it. But if we just sit here and talk amongst me and you, I can make in my personal notes set aside, not on record for the hospital, but just you and me, and we can work some things out. Keeping your parents in the dark. That's what they're going for.
They will have access to that. So I want to ask you about your gender identity. Are you comfortable having that conversation right now?
Sure.
All right. Would you say that you identify as a boy, girl, transgender, or non-binary, or maybe some other gender?
Okay, so are you a boy? Are you a girl? Are you non-binary? Are you transgender? Are you something else? Are you a fucking dog? Or are you I don't know, a fairy? Or are you a lizard person? We can talk about all these things. All this shit is being talked about with your. They want to talk to your kids alone, away from you.
Actually, I don't really identify as a boy or a girl. I know some people look at me and think I'm a boy, but it doesn't really bother me.
Awesome. I'm glad it doesn't bother you. That's really good. So for our system, I'm going to go ahead and put other, if that's okay with you.
Other. We don't know what the fuck you are.
Being specific about girl, boy, transgender, or non-binary doesn't fit. Is other okay?
Yep.
All right. And we can.
You're not a boy or girl. You're an other. How does that make you feel? If you're an other, does that give you a nice feel goods, nice warm heart?
Have further conversation about your gender identity if you'd like, now or maybe at another time, but we can talk more about it to help you kind of navigate what that looks like for you.
Okay, that sounds great. It might be different the next time I come in to talk to you.
Awesome, sounds good.
What the fuck was in his teeth? Did y'all see that? What the fuck? It's like little metal dots right in the middle of his teeth. Is that like meth rot that they filled in, or is that like a jewel thing? Is that a new thing to... I don't know.
In this scene, the clinician did several things well.
Okay. So I mean, it's all about this, right? Having a talk. We can have a discussion away from your parents. What you are like. Where does this lead to? So they're having a private conversation that they're going to keep in their own personal records, away from where the parent can see. So when does this start pushing into? Okay, you're biologically a female, but you identify as a boy. All right. So what would you like to do as in your medical treatment? Are they going to start pushing medical treatment for the child away from where the parent can't see it? And who's going to pay for that? Eventually, they're going to go, oh yeah, we need to prescribe her this, and the parent's going to go, wait, what is this? What does this do? How much does it cost? You know, what was the purpose of this? This leads down a really weird, dark road. But as a parent, being honest with anyone that's a parent, like, I'm never leaving my children alone, especially now this shit's floating around. I felt like there was a day where, well, I don't know. Even then, like, I felt even before all this, parents wouldn't leave their children alone. They wanted to hear what was going on. They wanted to know what was going on with their child so they could be there and try to, take what the doctor said and take it with all seriousness. But the more the ideology is forcing itself inside politics and enforcing itself in these professions, because they're threatening to punish doctors that don't go along with it. So you got doctors that don't really believe in it. This isn't the good for the health of our kids, but they're scared about keeping their jobs, maintaining their license. Because, I mean, shit, they worked hard for it. They worked 8-10 years, and all of a sudden someone's threatening to take that away. They should be willing to give that up out of the principles and morals, but how many of them aren't? We know cops aren't, much less a doctor that spent way more time getting that license to be a doctor. So you don't think a lot of them are just going to go along and play with it? It ain't in the best interest of your kid. You're sending them down a path that's going to make them a lifelong fucking patient to the medical system, constant medications, constant medical therapy, constant physical therapy, constant emotional therapy. Their mind's going to be screwed. This is evil. This goes nowhere good. Never leave your children alone in a situation like this. I mean, parents, guard your children. It's more important than else. Get involved in their life. Know what they're thinking. Talk to your kids. Be a good parent. Be involved. Don't let them alone to talk to strangers. Or I guess doctors now, because this is scary. Hit that like button, guys. Until next time, y'all have a great day.